Yo, what's going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to the Shonen Central YouTube channel. My name is Harrison Senpai, and today we're accepting Rax's challenge. Sitabata lately has been sort of calling everyone Arcane Stage Mage, just calling everyone the A word. It's sort of like your Arcane Stage, and your Arcane Stage, and your Arcane Stage. So what we're going to be doing today is effectively playing a beautiful game of Arcane Stage Mage Bingo. Basically, the challenge that was set to us fellow Black Clover YouTubers was to try and predict and guess who we think the next 3 Arcane Stage Mages could potentially be. The link to Rax's original video of this will be in the description down below, of course, for you guys to go and check out what he had to say. Now, I've gone for a slightly different approach with my list. I could have just chucked in the easy ones like Julius, the Witch Queen, etc, and I could have made it a pretty safe and easy list, but that's just too boring, so I've tried to make it as crazy and as out there as I possibly can. One of them, however, is slightly more obvious in comparison to the other two, so I think it only makes sense to get him out of the way first. So my first prediction for who I think is going to be Arcane Stage Mage in this beautiful game of bingo is Patry. He's blessed with tremendous mana. He went toe-to-toe with Julius, albeit maybe Julius wasn't quite going full strength, but still, it's a very impressive feat nonetheless. He also went toe-to-toe with Yami as well, who we now know is confirmed to be an Arcane Stage Mage. Also, going off his left eye anyway, I presume he still has access to his Dark Elf powers as well, and on top of all that, he should still have his 5-leaf Grimoire. Overall, I personally think Patry ticks plenty of boxes to qualify as Arcane Stage. Well, to be honest, I'm not still quite 100% on what actually constitutes being Arcane. I don't think anyone really knows the definitive 100% nailed on definition. It's sort of like a conglomerate of loads of different variables, you know, like rarity of magic, the amount of mana, how much you're loved by mana, your all-round potential. I think the one thing we can all agree we know for definite is it's sort of an indication on whether or not you can go toe-to-toe somewhat with a devil. And I think that a full-strength Patry with his Dark Elf abilities has what it takes. On to the next two though, and these are when they get a little bit tasty. This is where they get a little bit interesting. I've not really seen anybody talk about either of these when it comes to Arcane level, and I suppose that's sort of saying something more about me, if anything, now that I'm thinking about it. You know, there's probably a reason no one's talking about these two. And to be honest, I can sort of see why. I suppose you could almost say I'm cheating right here, because I don't necessarily think that these guys are Arcane Stage right now, but I think out of most people, these two have the highest potential ceiling to become Arcane. And the first one, Langris. Langris's spatial magic is so incredibly rare and so incredibly broken. It has the capability to just wipe anything out of existence, basically. Just one magic special fuck you to everything and you're gone. Or maybe other than just disintegrating something at a molecular level or whatever the specifics of it actually is. What if it actually transports its targets and its victims to another world? What if that world is linked to a potential devil underworld? I don't know, that's completely guesswork on my behalf, and it probably doesn't really affect his potential of becoming Arcane Stage much at all, but I just think with him being incredibly blessed with mana, having his incredibly broken spatial magic, also having the possibility to tap into his elven power, which still lies down in there somewhere. Obviously, we don't know how much of that elven power actually is there for him to use, but I think, personally, what was his name? Ratry. I think Ratry in Langris's body with the elf boost was Arcane Stage, and if Langris can replicate that in any shape or form, I think he has easily enough power there to potentially become Arcane Stage in the near future. And we don't really know what Langris has been up to all that much since the time skip, since the elf invasion. I mean, he could have gone off and trained to his heart's content to show that he's still of use to the Clover Kingdom. And then my last one, alright? Now, don't laugh at this one. I'm being deadly serious with this one, okay? My final addition to my Black Clover Arcane Stage bingo card is Gordon. Gordon is too odd. He's too weird. His family's connection to Magicula, his poison and curse magic, all of these little things, I think that they set up the perfect base for one day potentially becoming an Arcane level stage mage. I think once we learn more about Gordon and the Agrippa family and their connections to Magicula as a whole in this upcoming saga, I think we're going to learn so much about Gordon's frightening power. I really do. I think Gordon is going to be something very, very special over these next 100 to 200 chapters. I think obviously along with Gordon's going to be the one that's going to get tremendous amounts of development over this upcoming Devil Magicula Spade Kingdom saga. And also, really quickly, the other part of Rax's challenge was to pick 3 characters we want to become Arcane Stage, not necessarily who we think are going to become our Arcane Stage. And if I had to say off the top of my head, I think Fuegelion with his Spirit Dive form, or his own version of a Spirit Dive form, I think that would look really cool. Charmy as well, I wouldn't mind being Arcane Stage. And I think the last one, I really come to like him. I really want to see him in the story again, and I think it'd be really interesting. I don't think it'll happen, but my last one has to go to Ladros. I think Ladros, I don't know, I just really like him, and any excuse to get him as overpowered and more involved in the story as possible, really. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy. Obviously, leave who you think the next 3 Arcane Stage, or who you think could become Arcane Stage, in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. Like I said, go and check out and subscribe to Rax and see his video on this. I think you'll find it very interesting. And ask all your other fellow Black Clover YouTubers. We'll try and get this challenge going. I think it's been a really fun little video to make. Hopefully we can have some more in the future. I'll be seeing you guys in another video, but until then, as always, peace.